Hello, today I'm going to demonstrate how to create an RDS instance and use MySQL Workbench connect to the RDS. First, we go to RDS service in AWS console. To create a database, we press create database. And there are two types of database creation, the standard create and the easy create. The standard create is what we are going to use because the easy create have a lot of default setting. For example, we cannot use easy create because publicly accessible is no, which means we cannot access our database from MySQL Workbench. So let's go back and just create standard create. Let's use Amazon Aurora as example for engine type and use MySQL compatibility in addition. I'm going to use. We choose the provision as capacity type because there is more detailed setting we can set and we can manage the instance. If you are just creating a simple project, then you don't want to care about the instance, then you can use a service RDS. I don't want to change the MySQL version. And that test. The DB cluster ID, you just enter whatever you want. And for database username and password, you can also choose your favorite, but here we auto-generate it. And for the DB instance size and the availability and the durability, it's kind of irrelevant in creation. Just choose what you need. But here we come to the most important part, the connectivity. Without setting this up, we cannot connect from our MySQL Workbench. So I select VPC as default VPC and the subnet group as default subnet group. And for public access, we should select yes to let the Workbench to connect to. For the security group, we select default. No preference, validity zone. And how do we log into database? We use password. Okay, that's all. We create the database. You can see status is creating, then let's come back after the database is successfully created. Okay, after the database is available, we can view the credential detail to see what's our username and auto-generated password, and also our database endpoint. We should copy it and store it and never lost it. So let's just create a file. Okay, then let's just wait until our instance is successfully created. After the instance is available, now we can get into the database to see more detail. The endpoint is what we need to address the database and connect to. So let's just first log in the reader, which is reader-only database. Copies endpoint. And let's open Workbench. We create a new connection. Just code DB. And then we should copy the endpoint here in the host name. The username is admin. And let's first test connection. It's not responding, it means the connection is failed, and this is the exact issue I faced at my first trial. Let's open database. Let's open the instance. And there's two things we need to check to troubleshooting the connection issue. First is a security group. We open a new tab to go to the security group. We check the inbound rule. Okay. We should add rule for traffic to allow the traffic from anywhere. Then we save the rule. Then we open MySQL Workbench. Test again. Oh, okay. Now we're able to log in. Let's open the. Let's copy and paste. Let's see if we can connect to the database. Okay, that's good. Then if we cannot connect to the database, then what should we check after we check the security group? We should check the VPC, the route table. Route table. Go to your database instance information and see what's your VPC ID and add the respective route table. I am able to connect to database because my IPv4 and IPv6 setting is correct. If you don't have those two routes, you should add it. If you still cannot connect to database after modify the security group, please try the route table. And the third thing is, if you still cannot connect to your RDS, then maybe you should check the internet gateway. Basically, the internet gateway is that you connect to internet from your VPC. So without this, RDS cannot have any communication with internet, which is your Workbench. You should check whether you have internet gateway to attach you to your VPC ID. If it's yes, then you're good.